Hi, I'm Zanzi. I'm Ingrid Baume, the campaign manager for the South African Tobacco-Free Youth Forum, also known as SATFYF.
Hello everyone, my name is Nokubonga Nonkai from South African Tobacco Free Youth Forum in the Western Cape chapter.
Good afternoon everyone, my name is Annalisa. My surname is Umkilongo. I'm also part of the Western Cape South African Tobacco Free.
Everyone, my name is Mashadi, and apparently we're still celebrating Women's Month, so happy Women's Month to all the gorgeous, wonderful, our everyday warrior women out there, especially the ladies that are never celebrated at all. We're talking tobacco today.
So, how is it that tobacco use and tobacco consumption affects women specifically within our country? Well, as we would know, or well, I hope everyone would know, is that the consumption of tobacco products, whether you are a smoker or a secondhand smoker, has a big effect on our physical health and on our bodies. In fact, this affects women in such a huge way in comparison to men, because we expose ourselves to the likes of breast cancer, to the likes of lung cancer. It also affects our mortality rate in terms of how long we actually get to live. There's so many facts around how the health hazards of smoking affect us as women even in pregnancy. Just looking at the fact that a woman who smokes is 3 times more likely not to actually fall pregnant and to be infertile because of the amount of smoke that they do consume. So it's important for us as women to put ourselves first, to choose our own health, and also choose to ensure that we are fertile and healthy enough for us to bring in more generations of people into our society.
I am just going to answer some few questions which were given in this week's task as we are celebrating a Women's Month. Question number 1 is specific ways in which tobacco usage and exposure thereof affects women. First of all, people who smokes dies 10 years earlier than people who never smoked before. And I believe women get affected by tobacco when they smoke while they are pregnant, and that can be very harmful for their unborn children, because smoking causes cancer and it damages your vital organs, your lungs, your heart, and your blood vessels. And it also damages your reproductive organs such as mouth, skin, and your bones.
We received 2 questions for today to answer. Our first question for today, is women shouldn't smoke. Women shouldn't smoke at all, because I think women are the most precious thing ever, because they carry a baby for 9 months, and I think smoking for them will be very bad, because if you smoke while you're pregnant, there are chances that your child wouldn't come out healthy like they would normally be. And
I think when it comes to the usage and effects, or rather the exposure thereof of tobacco and how it affects women, the list is very long, considering that it can lead to death, heart diseases and cancer, strokes and etc. When it comes to the importance of women's participation in tobacco control policy, wow, that is vital. It is so vital, especially if we're looking at the fact that we want a very bright future, since we stand a chance of tobacco wiping out reproduction and I feel that women now more than ever need to take a stand. We need to know the value of no. We need to know the value of, being an example to a society that feels that has the right to do everything that is wrong and call it empowerment.
The importance of women's participation in policy making, specifically for tobacco control, is that we need to ensure that the right regulations are put into place that will protect young women, that will protect all kinds of women as well as children in our country. As women, if we are not actively participating in policy, there will be rules and measures and laws put into place that does not put us at the forefront, that does not think of what the needs of the woman is. So as women in South Africa, I urge you all to come on board with the South African Tobacco Free Youth Forum in terms of pushing for the passing of the Control of Tobacco Products and Electronic Delivery Systems Bill, also known as the Tobacco Control Bill, to ensure that we can safeguard ourselves, our children, and our nation.
Thank you, period.
Question number 2 says, importance of women participation in tobacco control policy, getting the tobacco control bill of 2018 passed. I believe it is good for women to join this campaign because a mother is the structure of a child whereby you groom the child. So it will be good for women to be in this campaign so that at an early age that we can teach our children how is the tobacco dangerous and harmful in our health. So I believe we need more women in this campaign so that we can work together and be the foundation of our upcoming generation. Thank you.
My second question is, they should join us. They should have knowledge of what we know so they can be able to groom their kids while they're still growing up, so that they can understand that tobacco is not good. It's not good for your health at all, because if you're not healthy, then you cannot do anything. You cannot achieve anything in life, because what comes first is your health.